Morning everybody. We've come out today. It's a very gloomy day today, and the plan is to take a look around. I don't think there's going to be any sunshine today. I've come down to the river to see what we can get. It's low tide right now. There's a shipwreck just behind me here that I thought might look good, but I think maybe we need a little bit more water, because right now it's just some sticks. Just had a bit of an incident where I took a bit of a misstep and ended up sinking all the way down to my knees. There we go, in the mud. Thought I might have ended up to my belly, but I guess that's big enough not to sink in there. But that's me knackered now. I had to throw the camera onto the ground and claw my way out. What an adventure! Wow. I often see things on the back of the telephone, front of the telephone, cameras on the back, that look really good, and then when I get my camera out, which only uses my intelligence instead of artificial intelligence, the pictures don't look so good. Well, the weather took a bit of a turn for the worst. It's got very misty, a bit of drizzle. I've had a bit of a cop out so far today. Don't think it's going to get any better with this weather. But I'm doing this once a week, trying to be honest with it. So there's going to be a few bad weather weeks, I would imagine. Been trying to look for for something I could focus on, but so far we've got just a lot of straight lines and mud. So I'm going to walk over to the other side of the river now. I'm actually very close to home because we're on lockdown now, and we're not allowed to leave the town. We are allowed outside right now, even though everything's shut. So I'm a little bit limited as to where I can go, but the place I live is actually quite pretty normally. It's just a question of you don't pay attention to the things that are on your doorstep. So unfortunately right now normally it's a lot of sun here as well, as you can tell by my beautiful bronzed face. So here's an interesting thing. I just found these holes. I think there's a crab in there, and when I accidentally step on the ground here, water comes out, and then voila, a crab. You hear them? That's the battle cry. That's them getting ready to attack. Don't want them in the territory. Storm coming in. Rolls in. Next thing you know, dead photographer found on the pathway. The road to nowhere. There's the remains of the last guy that tried to take on the seagulls. This happened again. I was trying to get this. I saw this waterfall you see back there. Thought I'd step into the ground, and this is now me. Just looks like dirt, and then as soon as you step into it, you're up to your knees. What an idiot I am. What an idiot. I don't know if you can see it over there, but there's some flamingos in the water. They're very scared of me, even though they're miles away. So I'm going to try and get a photograph of one of them. There's the police, must have heard. Haven't got my face mask on. No one else here, honest. Really not. Well, I'm not going to bother going to the other side of the river because the weather is crap, and honestly I've never had to clean mud off my camera before. It's going to be something new for me. How do you clean a camera when it's covered in mud and water? Because my camera's normally only ever been used in pretty hygienic conditions in a studio, dust-free environment. And now we're in a situation where it's had to brave the elements. Don't know if like doing a zoom when your camera lens is wet, with the barrel going in and out, is a good thing or a bad thing. But guess I'll find out if it still works next time. Overall, I think this week definitely not as good as last week. Been trying to find something, pick something out. It's been a bit tricky. Been an interesting experience. Can't pretend it was like, oh, that was fantastic. Getting stuck in swampy mud up to your knees with no one else around and feeling yourself sinking in as time goes by isn't the most enjoyable experience. But what doesn't kill you makes you stronger, and here goes a train. Back in reality now. Ready to edit the photos and see if we can salvage anything. Let's have a look. So overall this week, I think although the experience was fun, getting knee deep in mud, putting to use my skills learnt by watching Bear Grylls over the years on television, managing to escape the quicksand. Overall, it was just a very linear route up and down a mud trail on one side of the river. Next week I'll try the other side perhaps if we're still not allowed to leave town. But there was one or two other high points, like seeing these flamingos was fun up close. Well, not really up close. This is a crop of a 400mm shot, so they're actually quite a way away. This is the river first thing in the morning, just before the sun rose through the clouds, which then covered up everything. And then just one or two simple shots of the sort of the grasses that grow around the salt lakes, not lakes, rivers. There's a bit of a shipwreck with some of the nets lying around it, stuck in the mud. Another one of the seagrass. I think it might be called salicornia, is the Spanish name for it. Don't know what it's called in English. This one's quite nice, isn't it, with the colours, the red and the green against the cracked earth. This one I didn't actually manage to sink into, and that's the closing shot really. So not a huge amount of photography done today, but still did go out, and I guess this is going to be par for the course. I've said it before, not every week's going to be brilliant. From what I've heard on other people's podcasts that have been doing this a lot longer than I have, a lot more successfully, is that you're more likely to fail than succeed when you go out looking for an image. So this was out today, got to practice getting my camera wet, got to practice wringing the mud out of everything when I got back home, and so that's it. Let's see what we come up with next week. If we're still under confinement, it's going to be something pretty similar. I was going to say unfortunately, but not necessarily unfortunately. You know, you got to build your skills so that when you do see something fantastic or have the opportunity to visit somewhere a little more photogenic, you have the skills, right? You know what to look for. It's a bit like jogging around the block every day all year to be able to do your half marathon when the time comes. Maybe not. Maybe that's not a great analogy. All right, see you all next week. Thanks for watching. Don't forget, like, subscribe, comment, etc., etc. I'd really appreciate it.